Mhm. I think that I hoped and I assumed and I hoped that, you know, the longer I dealt with him.
You hope what now? You got to speak up or put your mouth to the phone so I can hear you.
Okay. I was saying that I hoped or assumed that the longer I dealt with him, that it would get to that.
Okay, and I want to know why did you hope that? Because I'm trying to figure out, too, what were your relationships like? Because you said you knew this man before, and 7 years ago, and you picked another man over him, went on, got pregnant, and then the relationship didn't work out with your husband, so now you have a daughter, and your husband takes care of the child, ex-husband takes care of the child, wants her, loves her, helps you with her, pays child support. Y'all deal with custody issues right now because he wants to take the child. So during this time, you decide to re-hook up with this guy that you were dealing with now that we're talking about this, now saying I don't want to be bothered with you. And I'm wondering, okay, when you're hoping right now that after he told you he didn't want to while you were dealing with him, he told you we just fuck buddies, we just friends, but he was calling you every day, you were seeing him almost every day, you hanging at his house, y'all fucking every day, and then he started acting funny. He started, on the days he was off, he was usually calling you. He stopped calling you and then just started texting you instead. You got suspicious. You found out he had other women coming in and out of the house. You confronted him about it in a joking way. And then he says, well, you know what, since you're acting like that, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Lose my number. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you anymore. I don't want to have sex, anything. He cuts you off. Then you start to go over there watching his house, seeing who's coming in and out of the house. You see a woman coming out, and you decide to actually follow her and ask her who she was and did she know him and what was she doing in his house, or did she come out of his house. She denied it. So after that, then she lets him know. He tells you, you know, he's going to file a restraining order on you if you don't leave him alone, stay away. He still did not want to talk to you, didn't try to talk to you. So at this point, you're still thinking about him every day, wishing he would call you, and you're actually watching him. And what I'm trying to ask you is, before this, when you had this kind of relationship, what other kind of relationships did you have with men, and how did they treat you? How did the relationships end?
Well, the one before him, which was almost a year prior, because that one devastated me so much to the point where I had left guys alone. I hadn't had sex in almost a year, and it was a guy that I was dealing with. We hung out, didn't do nothing more than just hang out, went out clubbing together, hanging out after work, having drinks after work together, having sex. And one night in particular, when he told me that, you know, his cousin was having his birthday weekend, he was celebrating all weekend, and this is where we're going to be, I went to it. He was the only person I knew there. And by him being the only person I knew there, I was kind of, I guess, clingy, because I'm like, okay, I don't know none of these other people. You're not introducing me to nobody. You know, I'm supposed to just sit here on a stool all night. So I guess I interrupted his plans for getting more numbers, because he's like, you know, you're getting in my way, you know, you need to go somewhere. I seen you talking to other guys, but I'm not going up to you. I'm like, well, I'm not getting their phone numbers. I'm just trying to talk to somebody, because you ain't talking to me. You're not introducing me to nobody, so what I'm supposed to do? So that night, just, you know, he felt like embarrassed because, you know, I'm clinging to him in front of his friends. So, like, the next day I text him again saying, man, you not even considering how I felt, you more concerned about being embarrassed in front of your friends and in front of whoever you was getting that number from. So he actually, you know, I didn't get obsessed to this point with him, because we actually both brought it to a close. We both talked, you know, I sent him a long email. You know, he had a disrespectful way about him too, because,
Wow.
you know, he would send disrespectful texts. You know, I would say, hey, how you doing? You know, you want to get together for drinks after work? And he would say, no, I'm booked up already, you know, meaning that he had so many other women that he was booked. And, you know, I was just other, I don't, it was so long ago, I don't remember exactly the text.
You have to. You've got to remember, if we're doing life coaching and you're dealing with healing, it doesn't start with this one relationship that you have now, because if it's firmly, I believe, and it tells me that if somebody could do you this way now and you're involved with this person and then they blow you off and they tell you to fuck off because you are now putting demands on them to be accountable for their time and their actions, what have you been doing, why have you changed your pattern on me, why have you stopped calling me on your off days, why are you texting me only on your off days, and I can't see what you're doing and who you're doing it with. And then when I question you about it, basically you tell me to fuck off, don't call me no more, bitch, lose my number, don't text me nothing. If he's telling you this and you're still holding on and you're trying to pursue this on some level, you're hoping that it will change, you're feeling guilty about it, thinking it's your fault that he cut you off, then that tells me you have a pattern of being a loser in relationships, that men have done you this way before and that you've never had control in your relationships, or you had no power in relationships because you gave it away, and you have self-hatred and low self-esteem issues, and you have some problems being aware that you have boundaries and aware that you have power and that you have control, and actually being able to exert that power in relationships to get what you want. It also shows me that you are not a leader, that you're not taking the lead here. You're not pursuing relationships. You'll let people pursue you, lead you. They have an agenda. They're making their mind up to put their dick in your butt and their dick in your mouth, and because they seem interested in you and they're pursuing you, you go right along with it and think this guy likes me because he's talking to me, he's calling me, he's inviting me to his house, he's taking me places, he's inviting me to parties. I'm special to him because he's exerting all this energy towards me. He's taking his time, he's calling, he's texting, he wants to see me. So now you are letting somebody, just like a damn fisherman, put a hook out there in the water, hooking you fishing, hook the fish hook in your damn mouth, reeling you in. So everything is cool with you as long as they are pursuing you and pulling you in. You're just being led. You're not leading. You're going along with the program. You're not creating your own agenda. You're not setting any boundaries. You're not focusing. You're just like a little damn child or a little damn puppy. Have you seen some puppies? They are so happy when people come around and when they get attention. Everybody that comes around, they just jump on them and lick them, and they get so excited they start peeing on them. I know. Have you seen that kind of puppy? Everybody that comes around, they never tell anybody no. They just run up when the person comes around. If the person gives them attention, they just run all up behind them. And even when somebody will kick the puppy, tell the puppy, go on, move, I don't want to play anymore, the puppy's still jumping all over them, licking them, rubbing all up on them, trying to jump on their lap, getting so excited the puppy's peeing because it's around you. When you're acting like, now, I don't want to be around the puppy, go on, I don't want to be bothered. The puppy just keeps coming, because the puppy doesn't hear or can't accept that there's another agenda or not seeing the agenda of the other person or that it's changed, because the puppy only sees what it wants. I want to give you attention. I want love. I want to receive love. I'm just happy and I'm playful, and I'm always happy and playful. I'm never sad. I never think about any other issue. So if you pull me in, I'm going to come. That's what I'm getting. So you can just if I'm wrong about anything, you can correct me, and you can tell me how you see it and where you feel, because it seems like this is a pattern. This guy here now that's ignoring you and that you're stalking, or that you're not directly stalking him, but you're kind of obsessed a little bit. You can't let this go in your mind. You still want to keep up with his activities indirectly or secretly. So that's what I'm asking you, what is your history with men? Or you just respond to anything that I just said based on what I'm seeing, because I could be wrong.
No, you're right, because as you were talking, I thought of more details about the guy